Recently here at Right Edition, we had an email from Facebook, and it was just a copy of a woman's email. No explanation, no reply button, just a copy of what she said. And she said, her name is Jean Hunter, and she posted this. This site, she said, is so full of inaccurate propaganda. We would like to respond to that. And so I actually wrote myself. I don't see most of these things. We get thousands of them, but this particular one was brought to my attention. I happened to be in town, and I was kind of interested in it, particularly in the fact that you don't get a chance to kind of give your piece back. But I wrote it anyway. I was going to say, thanks for your comment. Our mission is to provide accurate and factual information for our viewers. Please provide a written list of the inaccurate propaganda that you have referenced as soon as possible so that we may address it. I had no one to send that to, right? So I'm just talking to myself. Buying and selling, meetings are up and sales are down. Hey, okay, Trump, the Justice Department now is suing the state of California for violating the Constitution by laws that shield illegal immigrants. And he's now getting a backlash. It's an extreme backlash. I marvel at stuff like this. I mean, he's trying to uphold the law. We have a law. I mean, and all these Democrats, firstly, I think they'd be against anything that he did. But in this case, it wouldn't matter who the president was. They're against it. I wonder what it is that they actually want. How do you really know you want anything when you don't have any brains, I guess? But I mean, it's a mystery. All of this backlash stuff going on. Then you have the mayor in Oakland. I mean, she notified the people that were being raided. She said, get out quick, you're being raided. And 232 illegal immigrants actually were arrested. Probably would have been 2 or 3 times that had it not been for the notice, right? And of the 232, 180 were either convicted criminals, had been issued a final order for removal and failed to depart the United States, or had been previously removed from the country and had come back illegally once again. The arrests included 115 who had prior felony convictions for serious or violent offenses such as child sex crimes, weapons charges, and assault. But for the intervention of Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf, she tweeted out this warning of the impending raid, tipping off others who might have been caught. She should go to jail. I mean, that's awful. And if somebody is actually murdered, she should be charged for murder. She should be tarred and feathered. I mean, that's just a terrible story. Often I drive from California over to Nevada. I always marvel because they have these, I do a lot of marveling, you know, the left gives you so much material to work with, but, you know, no matter what direction you come into California from, they have agricultural stops. And every, you know, buddy has to slow down, and traffic backs up for miles. I guess they're supposed to look to see if they have any rotten apples or something, I don't know, but I don't think anybody's ever been stopped. All the big trucks have to stop. They always wave you through and they wave at you. Really, and there's a whole bunch of people that do that. I'm talking 24/7 here, and they stand there, and it's halfway into the state, and agriculture patrol stops. Wow, I wonder why you're broke, California, doing things that don't make any sense. On that same drive, a whole bunch of motorcycles came by my car. There's probably 20 of them. They were Hell's Angels, and I thought, isn't that neat? And they all had their colors, and they had their little things on the back, Hell's Angels, and it made me think about Canada. Because Canada won't allow them now to wear their colors, right? And you can't be identified as being a gang member. You can be identified as a businessman or a baseball player or a cowboy, but you can't be identified as a Hell's Angel or a bad guy, I guess. And you should be able to. My wife thought I was crazy, and she said, what are you talking about? And I said, I think it's great. We know who they are, right? They're not old guys like me all riding around on a motorcycle. We know who they are. They're a club, Hell's Angels Club. Canada, they just ride around and the people don't know. Just telling you that. Hey, y'all come back tomorrow. See ya.